boys and girls, and welcome to Wednesday's story time. Now, I'm in year 1 today because it is pouring and pouring with rain outside. So my class are all next door having their playtime in the classroom. So I've had to come next door here to read to you all. But I am going to read you one of my favourite stories, which I hope you'll enjoy. We're going to read Tabby, McTat. I'm sure you know it, so you might be able to join in with the bits that you know. Tabby McTat was a busker's cat with a meow that was loud and strong, and the two of them sang of this and that, and people threw coins in the old checked hat, and this was their favourite song. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Now one morning, while Fred ate some bacon and bread, McTat took a stroll round the block. Then he stopped, for there on the doorstep sat a gorgeously glossy and green-eyed cat. She was black with one snowy white sock. Sock and McTat had a cat-to-cat chat, and that's how their story began. For while they were chatting of this and that, a thief had his eye on the old checked hat. He eyed it, he snatched it, and he ran. Oh, the busker gave chase, but he tripped on a lace, and in a crash and a flash, he was down. He broke his leg and banged his head and ended up in a hospital bed in a far-away part of town. Poor Fred. Goodbye, McTat said. I must get back to Fred, but where had the busker gone? The sun went down, the sky grew black, the stars came out, but Fred didn't come back. McTat lingered on and on. A week later, Sock took a stroll round the block and found her new friend looking thin. He's gone off and left me, said Tabby McTat. Then Sock said, my people, Prunella and Pat, would gladly find room for a fine tabby cat. And she was right. They took McTat in. Next morning, old Fred left his hospital bed and he found his way back to the square. But a brass band stood once the pair once sat. And the band played this and the band played that, and Fred looked all round for his loud meowed cat. But Tabby McTat wasn't there. Do you remember where he's gone? Now, McTat had a wife and a very full life with plenty of things to do, like washing Prunella, pouncing on Pat, hiding the car keys under the mat, keeping the newspapers nice and flat, giving the pens the occasional bat, nibbling this, nibbling that. Oh, but he dreamed of his friend in his old checked hat, and he always woke up with a mew. Can you do a mew for me? Mew. Often he said, what's happened to Fred? And his paws took him back to the square, but a conjurer stood once the pair once sat, and he pulled out this and he pulled out that, and people threw coins in a tall black hat, but the busker was never there. One morning, Sock said, look under the bed. See the 3 kittens I've had. Whoop, they're so cute. Soames looked like this, Susan like that, and the littlest one, Samuel Spratt, looked exactly the same as his dad. The 3 kittens grew and they learned how to mew, and McTat sometimes sang them his song. And Samuel Spratt, with his tabby grey fur, had a deafening meow and a very loud purr, and he simply loved singing along. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Now, Susan and Soames found very good homes. Their parents were happy and proud. There was one home like this, and one home like that. Oh, but nobody wanted poor Samuel Spratt. They all said his voice is too loud. Now, Tabby McTat was a home-loving cat, but he couldn't stop dreaming of Fred. Then one day he called for his wife and his sons, and he'd said, there's something that has to be done. I must go and find Fred, he said. So up and down town and all over town he wandered a whole week long, for many a morning and afternoon, by the light of the sun and the light of the moon, till he heard a familiar song. Just me and the old guitar. If I had a cat, I'd be happier by far. Just me and me old guitar. With a cat, I'd be happier by far. Oh, it's Tabby McTat, my long-lost cat. Oh, Fred was ecstatically glad. The two of them sang of this and that, and people threw coins in a new checked hat. But why did McTat feel sad? because he was missing his wife and his very comfortable life and the dozens of things to do, like washing Prunella and pouncing on Pat, hiding the car keys under the mat, keeping the newspapers nice and flat, giving the pens the occasional bat. How could he tell the busker that? Then out from the shadows sprang Samuel Spratt. "Oh, please let me be the busker's cat," he said with a deafening mew. "Now Samuel Spratt is the busker's cat," with a meow that is loud and strong, and the two of them sing of this and that, though Samuel sings a little bit flat. And people throw coins in the old checked hat, and this is their favourite song. Can you do it with me? Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. What a lovely story for a really rainy day. Fingers crossed the sun comes out again later on in the week. And I'll see you on Friday for hopefully a sunny story. Bye.